I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. I got a little clip about Biden's family. Biden has been up to snuff, and Biden may have Obama's birth certificate. You never know. If he ain't got Biden's birth certificate, he probably got some nude photos of Kamala. Well, anyway, all right, go ahead and send you that. Roll that clip.
He has built his political career on promises of honesty, hard work, and a pledge that a family name means something.
I give you my word as a Biden. I give you my word as a Biden.
But while Joe Biden swears by his name in politics, his son and two brothers spent years trying to benefit from the Biden name. It's all now the focus of a Republican-led congressional investigation.
We want to know what the Biden administration is trying to hide from the American people and why they are not being transparent.
Republican Congressman James Comer now chairs the House Oversight Committee and has set his sights on Joe Biden's son, Hunter, a mysterious laptop now in the hands of the FBI, and long-held conspiracy theories about President Joe Biden and what he does or doesn't know.
I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else anything having to do with their businesses, period.
Despite his denials, a CNN review of the laptop data as well as other public material shows that Joe Biden did interact with some of his son's associates while serving as vice president, though it's unclear exactly what was discussed. One example, the Republican cite Miguel Alemán Magnani, a Mexican businessman and son of the former president who Hunter was trying to woo. In 2014, Alemán Magnani and his dad were photographed at the White House with then Vice President Biden. In a later email, Hunter Biden reminds Alemán Magnani of the favors he's done for him. We have been talking about business deals and partnerships for 7 years. I have brought every single person you have ever asked me to bring to the effing White House and the vice president's house and the inauguration. Hunter Biden bluntly acknowledged the power of the Biden name in a memoir, writing that the Ukrainian energy company Burisma, which put him on its board, considered my last name gold.
I don't think that there's a lot of things that would have happened in my life that if my last name wasn't Biden.
Joe Biden's brothers have repeatedly referenced him in their private dealings. Frank Biden, a developer of for-profit charter schools, has invoked his brother in trying to convince local officials to approve his projects, like in Sunrise, Florida, where he told the city in 2015 to trust his venture.
Not because of Frank, but because of the honor of being the brother of a guy I think we all know and love.
In 2021, at a gathering of medical professionals, he made this pledge.
The bully pulpit that I have as a result of the privilege of being associated with my brother Joey. And I'll do everything in my power to support you to get the job done, to get federal dollars to your research.
Frank Biden told CNN there has been zero interaction between his brother's public office and his private business, adding, "Do I engage in any way in quid pro quo on any level? Absolutely not."
The last name gave credibility, initially.
Healthcare entrepreneur Michael Frey told CNN Joe Biden's other brother, James, broke financial promises he made while referencing the Biden name. Frey's company filed a lawsuit alleging fraud by James Biden, who denied the claims. Frey spoke to CNN before the lawsuit settled in 2020.
Everything was on the Biden name, and so we took that to heart.
James Biden was also named in a lawsuit filed in July. He allegedly received about $600,000 in loans in 2018 from a company he worked with, AmeriCorps Health, based upon representations that his last name Biden could open doors and that he could obtain a large investment from the Middle East based on his political connections. The suit states that the investment was never delivered. The lawsuit was settled, though James Biden denied the allegations in court filings. He did not respond to a request for comment. Kathleen Clark, a government ethics expert, calls it all troubling.
We have certainly examples of Biden family members explicitly trading on his name, trying to convince business partners to do deals with them. That's outrageous.
Even so, government ethics experts say the Biden's ethical challenges pale in comparison to Donald Trump.
One of the differences is that Trump himself personally was corrupt, and certainly did enrich himself through the use of government power.
Even the Republican congressman leading the Biden investigation raises concerns about Trump's dealings while president.
And you believe there should have been more transparency with Trump and his family members in the business that they may have been doing overseas?
I do. I absolutely do.
Comer says he wants to introduce bipartisan legislation to tighten ethics laws, but the committee's first priority is the Bidens.
Pamela Brown joins us now. What's the White House saying about all this?
Well, I understand it's important to know, first off, that there's no proof the president has done anything illegal. We did send the...
Several places I want to interrupt. Drop that screen. Drop that. First of all, I think that Joe Biden is dirtier than Donald Trump, which is what the woman just said, and it's true. And what I'm curious about is Hunter Biden and his relationship with the Burisma, if you will, electrical firm in Ukraine, and the money that Hunter Biden was getting paid, and all the other money they taking hand over fist. You know, the thing that really, I mean, here I am being attacked by the $52 trillion Mellon Bank, right? They're attacking, said they're going to take our church property, throw me in the street, throw our school and children in the street. And they don't give a damn. They don't care, right? They've taken a $36,000 water and sewer charge, ran it up $3.1 million, paid off all the judges, jacked my own lawyers, and now they're getting ready to throw me in the street. But yet these guys can take money hand over fist by the millions and then smiling and lying as they go, and they never go to jail. During the subprime housing market back in 2008, when the market crashed, when AIG crashed and the stock firms crashed, Lehman Brothers. No person in the stock market went to jail. All that money was just trillions of dollars evaporated overnight, and nobody goes to jail. And none of these guys are going to go to jail. Trump ain't going to go to jail. And Hunter Biden ain't going to go to jail. Frank Biden ain't going to go to jail. And yet they jump on us, take our house and property, and then dare anybody to try to help us. This is outrageous. I can't wait to the oversight committee, and I'm not here as a Republican or something and I told y'all before I ain't either one of those groups. I'm just a Lord servant. I keep telling y'all that. But this boy Hunter Biden is dirtier than, he's dirtier than dirt, So I'm laughing because there's this fella called Dirt in this movie. But I can't wait to see what happens. And I pray that some of these people start going to jail. Biden may end up in jail before there's a criminal investigation now about all the documents. I think it's a setup. Oh, here's the thing. Now my memory is fresh. The thing I really want to say to y'all, then I'm going to let you go because I figure you got something to do. And that is this. You know what my theory is, and this is just a theory. I'm not spreading disinformation, so don't whack me and tag me and flag me on these social media platforms. I believe, here's what I believe. The war that's being fought now in the Ukraine is because of Hunter Biden. I believe that the relationship between Donald John Tribulation Trump and Vladimir Putin, that was a solid relationship. But Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's relationship with Zelensky in Ukraine, being paid $500,000 a week or something like that, to just put his name on the board of directors of that Burisma electric company, I believe that's a deal that went bad. And I think Vladimir Putin decided, well, I'm going to take the Ukraine because Biden, the deal. So I believe that people that listen to me, that yes, the children are dying in the Ukraine right now. All the liberal media is just bleeding hearts. They're just weeping for the children and women that are being killed, old people being killed. But can I share something with you? I believe in my heart. Now, I don't have to be right about it. I believe in my heart these people are dying because of Hunter Biden and because of Donald Trump's relationship with Vladimir Putin. And now what's happening is that America is fighting a proxy war. America has got soldiers in Ukraine. They've got military equipment in Ukraine. and they're fighting against Russia. But I think the whole thing got started with Joe Biden, this is my opinion, trying to cover up his son Hunter Biden's and Donald Trump's relationship with Vladimir Putin. I think if these things did not coexist at the same time, the Ukrainian people would be over there doing what they normally do. Vladimir Putin would be doing what he normally does. But I think these war, and the thing of it is that, you know, all these young people, soldiers are dying on, tens of thousands of people are dying and from Russian soldiers, tens of thousands of Ukrainian soldiers, all because I believe about Hunter Biden, because of Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. And Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. That's what I believe. And you probably, if the truth be told and the history books be open, we would discover that this has been going on since the beginning of time. That rich and powerful people, I think it was George C. Scott, no, Patton, that said, you know, don't die for your country, make that other sucker die for his. But you know, we get out there and fight for all these rich people. We send our sons to fight for Mellon Bank, right? Mellon Bank sitting on $52 trillion, and you with your stupid self sending your son to go fight in a war for the Mellon Bank. And the Mellon Bank people living in castles and got all that money, and your children are dying, and you're talking about, and I'm not unpatriotic. I'm not unpatriotic, but I want to bring it home. I want to bring it home. I want to bring it home. The Mellon Bank is doing a foreclosure on us and worse than what's happening in Ukraine. And you got these people like Al Sharpton and Eddie Gloyd and Van Jones and a bunch of others up there doing the if you will, keeping all, rather than Al Sharpton and all of them raising up and saying, what y'all doing that church up there in Harlem? They getting paid by the Mellon Bank to make sure the people that are on the street would hate me as well. But here, okay, that's man, you're getting personal, and now you lost me. Okay, let me get back on track. Not that it was off track, but let me get back on your track, I should say. I believe that the war in Ukraine would have never happened if Hunter Biden had not taken all that money from Zelensky over there during the time, and I believe if Zelensky had followed what Donald John Tribulation Trump had asked him to do, to simply open up an investigation in the Ukraine about Hunter Biden, if he had just done that, they wouldn't be. Their apartment buildings wouldn't be bombed today. The electricity, they wouldn't be living over there now in the threat of war, 9 months of war. If he had just opened up that investigation into Hunter Biden, if he had just done that the way it was asked, that the people's lives would be, and the investigation is going to be opened up now because, well, the oversight committee is going to take a look at this. And that report was, I didn't write that report about Frank Biden and Joe Biden. And so I think that they ought to retire the parable about the Brooklyn Bridge, and they ought to bring it up that Biden is is selling something that even the guy who sold the Brooklyn Bridge never dreamed of. At any rate, everybody, I'm James David Manning. I tell you, I'm the Lord's servant. Now, I'm going to let you listen to one of our daughters. She holds a doctorate degree. She got a doctorate from St. John's University. She's, I think, 30 years old or something like that. And she's very smart, very brilliant. Obviously, she's a doctor. So, but she sings. She's been singing in our church since she was a little girl. I'm going to leave you with her. And she's just an extraordinary person, extraordinary human being. And then you're going to see